Yep.
I'm sure they've got their alerts up.
Yeah, and you look at North Korea, you look at the economic crisis that we're facing, and you almost got to wonder, is like, is this just too coincidental that these are happening exactly at the same time? North Korea is coming to power. They're threatening the U.S. And now our intelligence was faulty. They can hit the Western United States, which since hit the Western U.S., then send your fleet of ships in, and at least you got a landing base there. But we're in an economic crisis. The sequester, is cutting down defense spending, training and maintenance and stuff like that. Could this just all be a scheme or ploy? And I know this is really going into conspiracy theory. I know, and I try not to go too far into it, but with the Agenda 21 and the New World Order, could this give Obama the power that he needs to declare martial law and pass whatever he needs passing?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah,
Definitely. I mean,
I'm
if
just
North
thinking
Korea
ahead.
fires just one missile and it's intercepted, it will still create a widespread panic here in the United States.
Okay, and see, and I honestly, if that happened, I could see Obama, declaring martial law. Whether he do it for the entire country or just the affected areas, I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure it'd be the entire country. But as a U.S. president, or as a president or a leader of a country, and you're being attacked and possibly invaded, do you not want every able man and woman out there defending the mainland or the homeland? I mean, logically, you would you not?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I made reference to my grandfather talking about that earlier.
Exactly. So, but this president is different. I mean, I don't know exactly what his thinking
Job.
is. What's that?
President. I said the president's in that job.
That could be, and he's already racked up, as far as conservatives and libertarians are concerned. He's already racked up enough charges that he should be charged with treason and impeached twice over already. Just look at Benghazi and how he dropped the ball on that one, and
But did you know that the FBI has an open investigation? Maybe the thing that may be impeaching Obama
the FBI is opening an investigation on
have
impeachment.
an open investigation over leaks from the White House.
Okay. No, I have heard articles of impeachment are ready on the House floor, and now I do know someone had mentioned last week that there's a difference between impeachment and getting rid of Obama. Yeah, no, and they had made a reference to Clinton back during his impeachment proceedings, and if I remember correctly, and I was only a teenager at the time, but it was pretty big news. That the House did file the articles of impeachment. However, the Senate found him not guilty. So he wasn't impeached. Okay, if I'm
Just because you're filing the paperwork doesn't mean that he's actually going to get
right,
removed from office. Just the same as you can be charged with a crime here as a civilian and you go to court, and then there's a big to do as whether or not you're guilty.
right. Everyone out there that is looking, saying impeach Obama, which we have a link on our Facebook page. I think you guys do as well. The petition to impeach Obama, and
Signed.
yeah, same here. Signed here. I've had a few people sign it. But the way the impeachment process works is, think of it. I'm going to go a little Law and Order on you here. The House, think of them as the grand jury. they bring the indictment to the court or the Senate. The Senate then hears pretty much a trial in the Senate chambers, and all the senators then vote whether or not to remove the president from office. And I think it has to be a vote by 2/3 majority, I believe. So, and then, if Obama is impeached, or God help us if he actually decides to resign, then it would go to Biden. If Biden didn't.
God, that's even worse.
Well, well, if Biden didn't want it, then it goes to Boehner. Or if
Like have any good choices down the line.
Well, this could
Right.
this could be a Watergate scandal, and it could go all the way down to a cabinet member. What it did, after with Nixon resigned, and pretty much everyone except I think it was the seventh person in line. It ended up being Gerald Ford, who was not the only one not implicated. That ended up being president, and he was just a congressman or something like that, I believe. So, anyways, now, JJ, anything you want to add?
I think I'm good to go.
Really? That's a first.
Yeah, it is a first.
Where we come, where we're going, nothing? Okay. All right. Anyways, I'd like to, Rick, Christine, I'd like to thank you very much for being on the show. It was great having you guys on here as special guests. Again, if you could tell my listeners where they can find you on Facebook.
We want our freedoms back.
Okay, is Facebook.
And you can find it on my profile, Kristen Croft, or you can find it with him, Richard Pickle. We're always there. We're constantly there. Our other two admins are on there. And that's Lee and Lex. So constantly one of us is there. Any questions, anything, post it.
Okay. And Drew, I'd like to say a big thank you to you as well for hanging.
Oh, my pleasure.
Hanging with us. You got a start date yet on your show, The Think Tank, or?
Yeah, we're doing April 4th at 9 p.m. Central.
Sweet. Hope that's a Thursday?
Yeah, that's a Thursday.
9 p.m. Central. Ooh, that's an hour before the Resistance. I might be able to catch a little bit of it. So,
I think the first episode's probably going to be more of a pilot episode. We'll probably only go an hour and a half. So I haven't really put together too many show notes, but I thought we'd just kind of do an introductory episode. So,
okay. All right. Well, JJ, thanks for joining me tonight. Always a pleasure, man.
Love you.
In that non-homosexual way. Sure.
Okay.
You two want to go get married, don't you?
Oh, yes. You got it. You got it. You caught us. Big thank you to Rick in the chat room from Taking Back America. Val, thanks very much for being in the chat. The Lionheart, JT, our buddy who was in there. A bunch of other people. All of our listeners, thank you very much for joining us here on The Resistance. We'll be here next week, same time, 11 p.m. Eastern, 10 Central, here on Spreaker. Special guests going to be Mike School, Eric Ron, and others from the Patriots of Liberty. They got some announcements that they want to tell us and everything. So they'll be on next week. And remember, if you are listening to this, you are part of the Resistance. I'm Nick Larson. I'll see you next week, folks. See ya. And
Good night.
God bless America.
Amen.